In this video, we will discuss distance and midpoints. If we know the coordinates of 2 points on the rectangular coordinate system, we can use the Pythagorean theorem to find the distance between them. Recall that the formula for the hypotenuse of a right triangle is c equals the square root of a squared minus b squared. Then if x1, y1, and x2, y2 are any two distinct points that do not have the same x coordinate, we can define a equals x2 minus x1 and b equals y2 minus y1. So we have the lengths of the sides of the right triangle. To find the distance between 2 points on the rectangular coordinate system, use the formula d equals the square root of delta x squared plus delta y squared, which is equal to the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared, where P1 and P2 are 2 points with coordinates x1, y1, and x2, y2, respectively. And delta is the Greek capital letter delta, which is used to denote the change between two values of the same variable. Then substitute values for x1, x2, y1, and y2, and evaluate to find d. Notably, the order of points doesn't matter. Given any 2 points, either can be P1 and either can be P2. So d equals the square root of x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared is another equivalent equation. The most important thing is to make sure you have the coordinates from the same point in the same position in each of the differences. Find the distance from 4,2 to 7,6. We will call 4,2 P1 and 7,6 P2. d equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared, which is the square root of 7 minus 4 squared plus 6 minus 2 squared, which equals the square root of 3 squared plus 4 squared, which is the square root of 9 plus 16, which is the square root of 25, which equals 5. The distance from 4,2 to 7,6 is 5 units. To find the coordinates of the midpoint of a line segment, if given the coordinates of the endpoints, first average the respective coordinates of the endpoints of the segment using the formula midpoint equals x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2, where P1 and P2 are endpoints of the segment P1 equals x1, y1, and P2 equals x2, y2. Substitute values for x1, x2, y2, 1, and y2, and evaluate to find the coordinates of the midpoint. Find the midpoint of the line segment with endpoints 2, 4, and 6, 10. The midpoint is x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. So that's 2 plus 6 over 2, 4 plus 10 over 2, which is 8 over 2, 14 over 2, or 4, 7. Find the a midpoint of the line segment with endpoints 3, negative 5, and the origin. The midpoint is equal to x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2, which is 0 plus 3 over 2, 0 plus negative 5 over 2, which is 3 halves, negative 5 halves, or 1.5, negative 2.5.